Welcome everyone, this is Ada Leo with the WPBA and joined in the booth is Carrie Anderson.
Hi.
Welcome to the 9 p.m. match. This is the last match of the first day of the WPBA Dr. Poole Jacoby Invitational being held at Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center in Rothschild, Wisconsin. So we're just going to be starting in a few minutes. They're going to be doing player introductions. So just wanted to go over the match rules while we're starting. The ladies are still getting warmed up. We have a lag for the break. It's going to be an alternate break format, raised to 8. The 9-ball does not count on the break in. The bottom two pockets. And then we're doing a 3-point break rule. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and a cue ball fouls only. So just to explain a little bit about the 3-point break rule, if you haven't been following WPBA, the breaker must have a combination of balls pocketed or crossing the kitchen in order for it to be a legal break. If the 3 points aren't satisfied, then the incoming player can take the table and they must shoot the lowest ball on the table first, or they can give it back to the breaker, and of which the breaker can push out. So Carrie, how do you like this matchup? We have April Larson against Kennedy Meyman.
I think it's going to come down to a hill match.
Yes, both these players are very good friends.
Yes, they are. And they've been really consistent, winning this year and staying in their respective spots. I know that they have a really good schedule when it comes to just practice and keeping their game on point.
Yes, and they have similar backgrounds. They're both junior players coming through the ranks, and you know, April's a little bit older than Kennedy, but they both had a very similar progression for their careers, and they both are from Minnesota.
Yes, they are.
Yes. So
they're both representing.
For those of us in the chat who are curious about what we look like, I'm going to turn on the booth cam so that we can have faces to our voices. So say hello to, I'm Ada Leo.
And I'm Carrie Anderson. Hello, everyone.
Hello. So thank you, Carrie, for joining me in the booth.
It's my pleasure.
Excited to commentate here on this feature match for the 9 p.m. round. So this is a B-side matchup, and the loser of this matchup, unfortunately, will be exiting the tournament, while the winner will be playing again tomorrow morning.
Looks like Kennedy's about to start us off here. She has a nice, pretty smooth stroke, hence her nickname, the Smooth Criminal.
Yes. So let's read off some of her bio information while the ladies get started. Well, actually, it looks like they haven't started yet. They're starting the announcement, so this is a great time for us to introduce the players. So we have Kennedy Meyman, also known as the Smooth Criminal. She resides in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, and her first event was the Northern Lights Casino in Walker, Minnesota in 2022. Her highest ranking at the WPA is 19, and that is her current ranking as well. She plays with a Tsunami 2.0 shaft, and she is a 9-time junior national champion, 5th in Junior World 9-Ball Championships in 2021. Her sponsors include RJH Custom Cues, Twin City Billiards, Littman Lights, O'Keefe's Collision, Finishing Touch Plush, Jam Up Apparel, and Maine Home Recreation.
Yeah, and little Miss April Larson over here again. She's from Minnesota, excuse me, as well. Bloomberg, to be exact, and her nickname is the Grinder. Her first WPBA event was back in 2016 at the Soaring Eagle, and she ended up getting 3rd place in that event. Her current rank is 9th, and her highest rank is 9 as well. She is playing with a Peach Hour playing cue, jump cue, and break cue. Some of her past career accomplishments and titles, she's, you know, a 5-time junior national champion, 7-time junior world champion participant. List goes on. She's excuse me, a 2-time Team USA member in the World Team Championships. That was a fantastic match to watch. And She's sponsored by Peach Hour Custom Cues, Iron City Billiards, Fort Worth Billiards, Rush Automotive, International Billiards Association, Wild Things Antiques, Castillo Leather Cases, Dunskin Dungy, Jam Up Apparel, Pool Shark Billiard Club, Artie Demuris, and Todd, excuse me if I mispronounce this, Adamaski, and Julie's Diner. And always April, she's so happy. She's always happy to be back and to thank you all.
So it looks like Kennedy won the lag, and she'll be taking the first break. So if you're looking at the scores, if the score is even, that means that Kennedy will be breaking. If it's an odd score, then it'll be April breaking.
And this is a race to 8.
Race to 8, exactly.
So I don't feel bad misspeaking earlier when I said that Kennedy is breaking and starting us off.
Well, your wishes come true here.
I don't know if that was a wish, but maybe just a sign.
So thank you everyone for liking and sharing and following this stream. We like to keep our streams free, so please put a thumbs up in the YouTube icon there, and also you can donate to the stream. There's a $ next to your chat button, as well as you can go to WPBA.com and make a donation there. We like to offer free streams to support women's pool, and you're seeing the top ladies playing pool in this event. We have some international players coming from Japan, Vietnam, Australia, Switzerland, Germany, Japan. So many great talent. Taiwan.
Come from all over the world.
That's right.
Looks like Kennedy made a ball on the break and has complied with the 3-point break. Let's see what she does here. She might opt for a nice little safety.
Yeah, so she does have a little bit of congestion in the top right corner there, so there's no clear pocket for that one ball, so I'm thinking that she's going to play it safe, especially in the first rack. Both players are trying to get accustomed to the table. There is a bigger light on this table compared to the other tables in the room, and there's more heat, and this one plays pretty fast there, and we're playing on diamond billiard tables and with 4 1/4 inch pockets with Simona's cloth and Aramith balls, the TV tournament set with the pink 4 and the orange 5.
See what April does here. If she'll go ahead and give back a safety. More than likely she will.
That's a great answering safety there. No, Kennedy, I think, has to take to the air.
She can.
She's so tall, though. I think
she has an option. She could probably maybe kick at it if she wasn't feeling comfortable with the jump, but with that cue ball so close to the rail.
Yeah, she doesn't have to really do much. She just has to hit it.
Yep.
And advantage tall people, I think.
Yes. I'm a little jealous of their height, being only 5'3" myself.
It's okay. You learn to adapt and, add everything to your arsenal. I can kick. I can.
Short people rock too.
Yeah, exactly. Bank kick, jump. I could play opposite-handed too.
Anything you can do, I can do better kind of mentality.
It's just a matter of you need to be able to have everything possible to get out of a situation.
Looks like April's gonna get that little combo shot.
April's been traveling all around, though. She's been doing hay-ball. She was in, Australia. She was in Morocco. And, of course, hay-ball was having an event in the Americas. So amazing where April has been traveling. And I really love her Facebook posts. So she always has a lot of positive recaps and lessons learned. And it's all about, growing as a player.
Yeah, she's so genuine and heartfelt and sweet person all around.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite people, for sure.
Don't give her an inch on that pool table, though. Whew.
She will punish you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, it looks like this is a funny situation here. Kennedy's got to make a decision whether she plays aggressive and pockets that or plays a safe.
Looks like that 3 ball's all the way up on that head rail top table. Well, she went for the defensive.
Yeah, it just was too hard for her to get from the 1 and the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than take that risk and then possibly bobbling the pocket or not getting the right shape, she made the right call there.
Absolutely.
So, Carrie, how did you get started in playing pool?
I started during my senior year of spring break of high school. My girlfriend and I, we were bored, and a coworker of hers suggested that she and I go to a pool hall and play pool. And she and I had never picked up a pool cue before in our life, and we went just because we were both 18 and in high school, and I never looked back.
Wow, you got the bug very early on there.
There's a lot of people out in this world that got the bug earlier than I did. I feel like I was a late bloomer to the game, but
I think there's been a shift, though. I think part of that has to do with society and whether or not it was acceptable for young women to be in pool halls, since, pool had such a gambling reputation. I mean, there is still that aspect of the game, but we do have a lot of headway towards making it a very legitimate sport, and this is something that women can do, and it's professional, and it's not, part of the underworld.
right. It's not taboo.
Right. So it looks like April played a really great containing save there, and Kennedy wasn't able to answer back with a kick save. And now April has ball in hand. Everything looks pretty open here. So, Carrie, where do you play out of?
Um, excuse me. My home pool hall is Icebreakers. It's in Austintown, Ohio, and but I have a table at home that my husband and we go downstairs.
That's great.
And how about you? Do you have a table at home as well? Or
I'm from New York City, and real estate is a premium. So I actually play out of pool halls. So I am sponsored by Play Hoboken, where I'm the house pro there and I teach beginners. And then I also play league out of Amsterdam Billiards and Society Billiards in Manhattan. So unfortunately, no space where I can have a pool table, but lots of pool options around me.
nice, nice. Looks like April's making fast work of this rest of this rack, the 7 easy shape to come back up table around for the 8 there in the side pocket. She can hold it and maybe just hold the 8 to make it up into the corner and see what she does there.
Yeah, she kept it simple there.
Making that 8.
It's really nice speed,
Great cue ball control there.
especially since this table is so fast. You gotta make sure that you understand the speed of the table. I think one of the challenges when you go to different rooms is getting used to the equipment. I think people who get used to the equipment quickly will do well in a tournament.
A lot of these ladies are so excited to be here for this tournament. It's the last tournament of the year that the WPBA held. We had 10 tournaments this year, am I correct?
Yes, 10 tournaments, but then we also had a special event
Out
at
in New
Biker
Hampshire.
Week in New Hampshire. So a lot of opportunities for ladies to play pool and for you fans to really see the ladies in action. So hopefully we get to see you in person one of these days. It's always a pleasure to meet the fans, and it's quite an experience to come to one of these events and meet the ladies, see all the tables being played in action at the same time. It's almost like too overwhelming. Like you get to see, Allison Fisher playing alongside Kelly Fisher, and where do you look?
Yeah, all the ladies are so approachable and down to earth. You can have real down to earth conversations with all of them. So it's a real pleasure for the fans to come on out, and you get to have a good chance of watching your favorite player and possibly even meeting them.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like one thing with the women's pool community is how supportive we are as players. And I think all the players are genuinely very nice to each other and are willing to give tips. It's so nice, like, Kelly Fisher and Allison Fisher.
Here's a perfect example right now. Helping each other.
Yeah, because you want to get the template rack off the table as soon as you can, because you don't want to have some accidental rolling because you didn't remove it. And we are using the template rack. Our official template rack is called the Perfect Rack.
Yes. Kennedy has a chance here.
Yeah, because I don't think this was a legal break by April, and so Kennedy decides to take the table because she has an obvious shot on this one ball. It's just a matter of trying to get position for this too, so I think she's going to draw this back a little bit.
Well, that's
Ooh.
exactly what she tried to do, and
Fortunately, these side pockets are very, very tight.
not very forgiving, are they?
Although I've seen some of these top players just center pocket of these side pockets, which was super amazing to watch.
How did you do in the tournament?
I had a very tough draw. I was in the preliminary stage one, so this event had 80 women show up, and it was divided into a preliminary stage one where 48 ladies played against each other, and 16 of those ladies moved on to this final bracket to play against the top 32 seeded players. So quite a lot of ladies have shown up, and it's also a WPA ranking event. So we got some monsters that have come
Monsters.
from abroad that you
Several in the 700 Fargo.
exactly. So you don't really see these players often.
Yeah. Both of my matches went to the hill. So I played well, but
All right, so we have people in the chat saying that we're too low. So let's work on this volume here. So sorry about that. So maybe your mic closer to your mouth.
how about that?
This is much better. I hope so. So
We've adjusted our volume and our mics here.
So for those of us in the chat who have just joined us, this is Ada Leo commentating with Carrie Anderson.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Our voice of the stream, Lonnie Fox Raymond, is playing on the B-side match right now. So we are stepping in to commentate this really nice match between Kennedy Meyman and
Thank you,
April
Bruce.
Larson.
Thank you, Jude.
Microphone to the mouth.
Microphone to the mouth.
That's what we have to do. Well, we got some trickiness over here in this bottom left corner. April's got to decide what to do. I think she's got to play. Oh, I don't think she has ball in hand. I'm sorry. We're trying to.
That cue's deep in that pocket, too.
Yeah, fix the microphone. So I took my eyes away from the screen.
Well, that was a very good hit.
Wow, look at that. It was like protractor. I don't think she gave Kennedy a good look here. So let's check this side view out. Oh, unfortunately, Kennedy's standing right there.
Oh, no.
she
Gave
can see it.
Kennedy a shot.
So Kenny's got to decide, does she want to carom off the 2 and pocket this pink 4? Or she tries to bank it or play it safe. Yeah, she decided to go for this carom. Unfortunately, she needed a little more pace. It was like just not enough.
Yep, a little more oomph.
Oomph, that's a good one.
A little more oomph on that.
I need more oomph.
Oh, she left April a nice little shot up into the corner. She can hopefully hold that cue ball to get that 3 ball in the opposite bottom left corner.
She's got to watch out, though, and not get behind the 6, but she did that really nicely.
She has beautiful cue ball control.
She does indeed. I mean, I think she started playing like 9 years old, 10 years old.
I was still playing with Barbies.
And she also went to a university that had a billiards program.
How fabulous.
Yeah, Lindenwood University. So
what a wonderful opportunity.
yeah, several of the players, young players, had that experience. Like Brianna Miller is another one who graduated from that program. And you could tell they had such great fundamentals and cue ball control. And, you know, I wish I had that kind of opportunity. I came to pool pretty late, so I'm sorry I didn't answer your question because I was fiddling with the controls here and trying to fix the microphone. So I got started playing pool in college, so 18 as well. Started playing with friends. I I had a boyfriend that played, and then eventually there was an opening in his APA team, and I started off as a 1 in APA. So I'm like, I guess an APA success story.
Yes, you are.
Unfortunately, I can't play APA now because I'm considered a touring pro. So it's okay. You know, we all grow and evolve, and
Yes.
that's beyond me. But I'm really grateful that I had that experience, met a lot of great people there, and
APA is
learned.
a great stepping stone. I got my start in the APA. I practiced a lot and played pool until I was legally 21. And then I joined the APA as well and played that for many years and joined the BCA in Valley. And from there onto the Pro Tour. So,
That's amazing.
hmm
So April Larson has taken another rack here and extends her lead 2-0 over Kennedy Meyman. So let's, while the ladies are racking, play some videos here. So Kennedy to break. She does satisfy the 3-point break requirement.
It does look like she has a peek at that one ball.
I don't think she's able to make it though, but she's going to have to play a safe.
Just removing that magic rack and
So I want to mention we are selling ball sets from this event. So if you're interested in an Aramith Tour tournament TV set with the pink 4 and the orange 5, you can go to WPBA.com/store, and it's $370, which is a very great deal for lightly used ball sets. And you can get the cue ball signed by one of your favorite players. If you're curious to see the progress of your favorite player, we are having our tournament bracket on digitalpool.com. So all you have to do is go to tournaments, type in WPBA, and see the bracket for this event, which is the Dr. Pool Jacoby Invitational.
the last event of the year.
And it's looking like 2025 is going to be another jam-packed event calendar. They're still finalizing some dates here, but our first event kicking us off in the 2025 season is Iron City Billiards, taking place January 29th to February 2nd. So super excited. Going to be another 80-player field. Check it out. Mark your calendars. Follow us on WPBA. You can sign up for notifications when we get on live stream, and you can also sign up for, or at least put I'm interested. We're going to be creating a Facebook event there, so it could keep you posted on, you know, when this event is happening, and we would love to see you there in person.
Absolutely. Looks like April's going to back cut this 3 into the side. Makes quick work come around.
Oh, did she roll a little bit too much? She may be able to see a sliver of this 4-ball.
Yeah, it sure does look like that cue ball came a little too far for her.
Yeah, so she had to play a safe there behind this 5-ball. Is it enough?
Did she give Kennedy a look?
Kennedy might be able to do the 4-9 combo if she has a look at that.
Doesn't look like that 4-9 is dead on, but
But if she doesn't, I
she can
think
swing at it.
a nice safety and doing like a soft bank, right, would be probably the more conservative option.
Yes.
And sticking the cue ball behind the 9 and
Sending that 4-ball back up table.
Yes.
And that's what she opted to do. Now, did she leave April that 4 into the side?
Let's look. I think April can see some of this 4. She hit that really well. Got a nice angle on this 5.
Come back 1 rail back out for the 7.
Yes, to the middle of the table where you have the most options. So we have quite a few other matches going on in the room. So after this rack, I'll be showing you a glimpse of the live scores. But if you're curious yourself, you can go to digipool.com and check out live scores to see the progress of the other matches going on in this 9 p.m. round, which is a B-side round. And then tomorrow starts a brand new day where we're going to be having 5 rounds of live streams, so stay tuned. I think it's going to be 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2, 4, 7, and 9, and we are in Central Time.
Another jam-packed day of fantastic women professional pool.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Well, it looks like Kennedy can go ahead and make this in the side, come around with her cue ball for the 8 ball into that upper corner pocket. It felt like a heat wave here today.
Yeah, it's been
We weren't
so
in
cold.
negative. We were not in the negative, whether it be the wind chill or temperature.
Yes, Wisconsin in
It still
December.
was very brutally cold out, but felt like a heat wave with that sunshine and barely any wind outside.
So Kennedy's going to make sure she figures out the path of the ball and what she wants to do. And I like that she's taking her time. She's really looking at it, and then she's going to commit to her decision and smoothly follow through. So important to have a very strong pre-shot routine. So my beginner players that I teach really emphasize having that pre-shot routine because you can't grow as a player if you don't have consistency.
And great fundamentals. Both of these ladies have great fundamentals as well.
Oh. I think Kennedy's still trying to get used to this table, get a feel for it.
Well, that wasn't always the easiest shot out either. That cue ball was pretty close to that rail, and
Yeah.
she didn't miss it much by much.
Oh, she got a fortunate bump there.
And April's going to go ahead and get another game. 3-0 here. April versus Kennedy.
All right, let's take a look around the room. We have Kelly Fisher up 3-0 against June Myers. We have Veronique Menard 1-0 against Susan Williams. Janet Atwell 1-0 over Kim Hausman. And we have Emily Duddy 1-0 over Allison Fisher. Our voice of the stream, Lonnie Fox Raymond 1-0 over Monica Webb. And then we have Wanling Wang 1-0 over Laura Smith. So lots of good matches around the room.
And that is a legal break by April.
Look at that spin.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that you have to like whack the break. But nowadays with the template rack, everything's touching and you just have to control it better. So I'm not sure if she can pocket this too. We will see. Yeah, it was more of a containing sense safe, but then it leaked out. Thank you so much, Darian, for your donation. We appreciate you. Anyone else wants to make a donation, click on the $ icon next to your chat button. It goes towards improving the quality of the streams. Lonnie Fox Raymond has really taken it a personal mission for improving the quality of the stream and making us be the best that we can be. We are also streaming on Billiards TV in addition to being shown on WPBA.com's YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/WPBA Billiards. So please like, share, and follow.
Absolutely. And looking at this rack, Kennedy is walking around. Looks like she's going to go ahead and pocket that 3 there in the side.
Now, do you think she's setting up for the side pocket for this pink 4 or like
Yes.
the bottom right corner? Look, she's just opted to go multiple rails around.
Yeah, to me, it just looked like she was going to come around. It looked like that came up maybe a ball and a half roll too short to make it into the side pocket, just a hair short, but she could have taken it into the corner. She either hit that too soft or not hard enough if she was wanting to come around for that
Well,
side
this
pocket.
table is like Goldilocks. This shot's too fast. This shot's too soft. This shot is just right.
Just right.
So now she has a little bit of a funny angle here on this pink 4. So
Are we able to get another camera view, see what it looks like from the side?
yes, we have a side view. She's like, there's a really steep cut into the side pocket, but there's a lot going on.
She's looking at a nice little containing safe, too.
And we are working with a 40-second shot clock. So every player has 40 seconds per shot. And then they have 1 extension per rack. And then after they break, they have 60 seconds before they need to start shooting. So a lot of times you'll see after the break, the ladies will take their time to map out their pattern, their roadmap, and then we'll get started.
I will mention now, if this match were to go to the hill, these ladies get an extra extension. They will get 2 extensions if this game were to go to the hill.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get on top of the ball. She got very close to her work.
Did that freeze up? Did it settle on?
Let's look from the side.
Not really the best angle to tell if that's really froze.
I think she has to play it safe now.
Oh, yes.
Get behind the 7. That was a very smart shot.
Mm-hmm. Now it looks like Kennedy's going for her jump cue here.
April's playing very smart. She's like, I didn't land in the best shape, so I'm going to make the best of my situation and play the percentages.
Mm-hmm. When the pool gods give you lemons, you make lemonade.
That's right. Make the lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Although she did not pocket it, that still was a very good hit.
Yes. Unfortunately, though, she left a pretty, right by the pocket. So April's just got to make sure she keeps it simple for this run out. We do have a lot of good players in this tournament, so please go to digitalpool.com to check out who is in the tournament. We have winner side matches taking place again tomorrow morning, and we'll be featuring 5 rounds of live stream.
Yes, today and tomorrow, a lot of great action, great matchups. Stay tuned.
April Larson extending her lead 4-0.
Let's check some of the other scores while these ladies rack.
Kelly Fisher continues her dominance of 4-0 against June Myers. And we have a couple of very evenly matched ladies, including Susan Williams and Veronique Menard, 1-1. Allison Fisher, Emily Duddy, 1-1. Lonnie Fox Raymond, Voice of the Stream, 1-1 against Monica Webb. And we have Wanling Wang, 2-0 against Laura Smith. And Janet Atwell, 2-0 against Kim Hausman. Looks like
player break, possibly?
Player break, so we'll play some videos while that's happening.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
Incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
So I wanted to thank our Tour Championship sponsors here. We are having Dr. Pool Promotions, Inc., Jacoby Custom Cues. They're both the title sponsors of this event, as well as Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, Aramith Billiard Balls, the Erickson Fisher Group, Diamond Billiard Products, MPA, Midwest Pool Players Association, Incredible Bank, On the Hill Billiards Club, I Won Simonis Billiards Cloth. We have the City of Rothschild and Oldhausen. So thank you very much to all the sponsors for making this event happen. And most of all, Jacoby Custom Cues. That's the cue that I play with.
And have you always played with a Jacoby?
Initially, I was playing with a couple of other cues, but then I got into a conversation with Jacoby, and it was like I would visit their booth in Las Vegas, and I was like, this cue's too plain, or this cue's too decorated, because I'm in New York City. I don't want something too decorated because it screams steal me. So then eventually, the following year when I showed up, the sales manager was like, I have the cue for you. And he basically created a custom cue based on our conversation about what I like and presented it to me. And I was just like, wow, you know.
He listened. He
listened, and such a nice family, and their cues play great. So I am playing with a Jacoby custom cue. with a Jacoby version 4 black shaft.
Nice. Well, it looks like the ladies are returning from their player break.
Thank you so much for your donation. Again, if you want to donate to the stream, click on the $sign. And you can also go to WPBA.com and make a donation there. While Kennedy is breaking, just remind you about this ball set. We only have 8 sets, so I think 2 have been sold already. So if you're interested in getting a lightly used Aramith Tournament TV Pro Cup set, you can go to WPBA.com/store and get a cue ball signed or not by a player.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's a legal break because she pocketed 2, and then the 8 ball went past the kitchen and came around.
It does not look like she has a clear shot to really pocket anything on this 3 ball. She'll probably opt to play safe on it.
Yes, I think so. Especially she has those blockers there with the 9 and the 4. So that was a very smart play there.
A nice little safety played by Kennedy there. Does she have the edge?
I think she has an edge. Yes, she does. I think she was trying to snuggle it against this 9, but still, this is not, not an obvious shot. Kenny's got to come with a bank or a answering safety back.
This is a lot like chess.
Do you play pool like chess? Would you say you're more of a defensive player or an offensive player? Or it depends on the situation?
Well, the more I learn, don't we all? I started playing as a more aggressive player. I do play more defensive now in my game than I ever did when I started back when I was 18.
I think I started off as the opposite, defensive player, and then I've learned to run out. So now it's kind of a mix between offensive and defensive, depending on what the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
So that was not much that Abel can do, but just come back with an answering safe here. No clear shot for Kennedy, so keeping it contained.
She'll just push that 3 ball right to the bottom of that 9 ball and send the cue ball up table like so.
I mean, she left April with a chance to hit it off the rail, but this is very difficult.
Come cushion first.
I think she's going to have to kick from the back, from the lower, short rail here. It just so that she doesn't have an illegal hit. Otherwise, she'll have to call the referee if she's going to try to pocket this 3 ball.
Which she might very well do, depending.
It looks like they called over a referee.
Mm-hmm.
It is a questionable shot, so...
It is very makeable coming off the cushion, but definitely wants to make sure that it is a legal hit.
Yeah, so for all the amateurs out there, always call a referee if you're not sure about a hit. Otherwise, it goes to the shooter. And you have Jerry Stuckard, the tournament director, overseeing this hit. Looks like that was declared a legal hit.
Mm-hmm. It was declared legal.
That was super tricky.
Mm-hmm. Now Kennedy's going to go, ha ha ha, touche, and probably send the cue ball back up table behind all those balls there.
She's jacking up, though.
She got behind that 5 ball.
Wow, that was a nice answering save here.
April just come off that bottom cushion back up.
Wow. She did not mean to do that.
No, she did not.
Accidental save, and she put her hand out.
In acknowledgement to Kennedy that it was definitely an unintentional safety.
That's one of the great things about
Respect for one another.
Exactly. The integrity of the tour, and the women have such a respect for each other. Now, when you jump, do you use the a pendulum jump like that?
Yes, I do.
I feel like people fall into either the dart jump preference or a pendulum jump.
No, I am not comfortable with the dart. And also, I don't practice the dart jump as much as I do the regular pendulum jump.
I started off doing dart jumping, and because I felt like the pendulum jumping, maybe it didn't have the correct form, but it was like really pinching into my shoulder. So now I've been transitioning to more pendulum jump, and I feel like that's way more accurate than the dart jump.
I've heard of various opinions. Some people feel like they have more control of the cue ball with the dart jump, and it just depends on the person. And what they're comfortable at.
Well, that was a very aggressive shot there. But I think she was just aiming to hit it and then trying to get it distance.
And now we have a nice wide open table here. No easy shot. That cue ball's on the rail.
How do you like rail shots, Carrie?
I'm comfortable with rail shots. It's a drill. It's something I practice a lot. Staying down, following through, not jumping up and out of the shot, and I'm comfortable with them. And like I said, now this is no easy shot here for Kennedy, and to then still hold shape, come back up down for the 5.
Now, is this sliceable into this top left corner? That's the question I have.
She could very well bank it. I mean, I would go for the cut if it's cuttable.
I think she has to go for the cut based on where this 5 ball is sitting here. Oh, wow, she did a double bank. Unfortunately, it hung in the pocket. Now, this is a little tricky. Like, any balls that are very close to the pocket like that, you need to go over there and look and figure out where you want to aim.
Is it froze? Is it right
Yes.
on the pocket? Some people call it the nipple. Some people, your preference, but
the points.
The points. She could have come rail first into that.
Also, it's right by the pocket. I don't think she needed that much speed, and she put a lot into that pace there. So now she's got to come up with a kick.
One rail, or is she going to use that bottom rail, 2 rails to kick at it? Oh, she went 1 rail. Nice
look
shot.
At that. That was a nice shot there. Way to recover from not ideal position.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one rail was definitely the kick there. Now, do you have a coach that you work with?
I do. Eric Nelson is my coach.
Very nice.
And how about you?
I have a lot of teammates, so I don't really have a official coach, but I do have the pool community in New York City with a lot of players that, especially have some really top players on my team, and we discuss certain match scenarios that happen. And when we're playing, I play league in New York City, and we're allowed 3 coaches during our match.
Wow.
So get to learn lots about what should I be doing in this situation?
Get you thinking, different perspectives, you know. There's
And-
more than one way to run out, and sometimes
Exactly.
you get blinded sometimes by your own thoughts, and sometimes hearing somebody else's perspective. Oh, like you could have just rolled that in, and you know, a lot of different scenarios. People see things a lot of different ways. So
I think that's really tough to say because everybody has their own shot percentages, and it's based on their experience and what is in their vault, in their pool library.
in their repertoire, right?
Right. So there may be players that are more comfortable doing draw shots, or they're more people that are more comfortable doing follow shots. It really comes down to your personal experience in playing your own percentages. So I don't believe like there's one official way to run it out a table. It really comes down to like you are the player, what works for you in your game, and really sticking to that.
Yep. Well, it looks like Kennedy has a good chance, even though she's using the bridge, to go ahead and get herself onto the scoreboard.
And Kennedy is on the board.
And back to what you were just saying, you know, there's more than one way to run out a table, and so very true.
Let's check out the rest of the room here. Kelly Fisher still dominating, 7-1 over June Myers. We've got Susan Williams and Veronique Menard tied at 2-2. Janet Atwell 3-1 over Kim Hausman. Allison Fisher 3-2 over Emily Duddy. Lonnie Fox Raymond tied up 2-2 with Monica Webb, and then 1-1 Ling 3-0 against Laura Smith.
And April to break. She had a compliant break, and it looks like she's got a shot on that 2-ball there.
Yeah, everything's pretty wide open, so April's going to take her time to map out this run out.
She's very capable of doing that. Me being from Ohio, and I drove here, so I have about, with the time change, I have about 11 and a half hours to get home.
That's a long drive.
And with I heard that we're going to have a storm coming through, so it was possible that I was going to leave tomorrow and make the trek, but I think I'm going to wait for the storm to come through and then get out there with the road crews and clear some of the roadway before I make my drive home on Sunday. I think I'm going to go home.
Well, be careful while driving.
I will. Thank you.
It's like April just has to, punch this off the rail. The 6 ball's in the left side pocket there. Oh. It was a little too choppy on the stroke there. She needed more smoothness. Kenny has the chance to...
Yeah, giving Kennedy an opportunity here to get herself closer in the score.
Now, do you play pool leagues?
I haven't played pool in leagues in a couple years. I needed a break. I was playing several leagues in a week, doing that for several years in a row, and I needed a mental break from league, and I do miss it. I've talked to a couple girlfriends that still play, and I do miss the competitive league aspect of it. But
was it a bar box league? Or
it was. Yeah, it was I played Valley League, and I played in the BCA.
Okay. I'm just fortunate that the East Coast has so many 9-foot table leagues. I don't know how I would feel playing bar box. I'm not a big fan of the bar box.
I prefer the 9-foot. It's what I started when I was 18. I went into a pool hall, and that's what I started on. And so playing on a bar box,
You feel like you come home when you play on a bar box?
I don't have as much fun.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's still fun, but I feel more comfortable on a 9-foot than I do on a bar box.
Well, especially when you're playing 9-ball, I feel like you have to use the angles and, the rails to move around the cue ball, and it's all about cue ball control here. On the bar box, I feel like there's so much congestion. You have to compact your stroke, and I just want to let my stroke out.
Yeah, and that's where other games help you on a bar box, whether it be one pocket and straight pool, breaking out balls, safeties.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play any of those games?
Yes, I'm in a straight pool league at Amsterdam Billiards, so I do get a chance to play straight pool a lot, and I like straight pool over one pocket. I think I've played one pocket maybe 2 times in my life. East Coast is not a one pocket area.
I'm with you. Being an East Coast girl too, there's more straight pool than there is one pocket, and I love them both, and I prefer a little bit more straight pool than one pocket as well. Oh, looks like Kennedy is inching her way back.
We want to see a fight to the death. Hill, let's see.
That's right. I like a good hill thriller,
Yes, hill thriller. I've seen several hill thrillers while commentating today.
Kennedy to break here.
And looking to close the gap.
And
was that compliant? Depends if the 8 crossed that kitchen.
I think the 3 crossed the kitchen.
It did. She pocketed 1, the 3 crossed the kitchen, then this 8 ball, I can't tell from this view. But it looks like it did because Kennedy's still at the table.
Yeah, and April's not making any move to suggest that she didn't comply.
Mm-hmm.
Very runnable rack here. I don't think she wanted to get behind that 6 ball.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate roll there. Thank you everyone who was watching and following the WPBA YouTube channel. And we are featuring Kennedy Meyman versus April Larson. We have some nice comments here about Carrie Anderson. Thank you for liking, sharing, and following this stream. If you'd like to donate to the stream, click on the $, or you can go to WPBA.com and make a donation there. Looks like we have April with an open table here. Very dangerous.
She doesn't want to clip off that. I was a little worried that it might clip off that 9 ball and end up scratching, but she was able to clear that 9 and come
like
around
a
table.
protractor.
Yes, like a protractor.
Making sure she gets her angles correct. Mm-hmm. And she spins it right. Do you use a lot of spin in your game, or would you prefer to use the rails to get position?
I'm a spin girl. I am. How about you? And I need to stay away. I need to step back and gradually keep it more simple, center ball, and but I like to have fun and put a little spin on everything.
I think it really depends on the environment. When it comes to these brand new tables or very fast conditions, I feel like the moment you put spin, it throws off the shot. So I try to keep it simple when I first come into the room, especially with, these
New
diamond tables.
cloth, right.
Yes, because of the slide.
Yeah, the slide, the new cloth, they're fast. Yeah, when it comes tournament time and you know that it's new cloth, I tend to keep it more simple and center ball and use the rails. But
Yes. But if it's like more humid conditions, I feel like you have to use spin. Especially like I'm from New York City and we do have humidity and it can be sticky, so you have to put more pace, maybe a little bit more spin on your shots. It really depends on the environment. I had the fortune of playing in Denver, Colorado. That was like the first time got to experience zero humidity. And it was very interesting to play there where the ball just kept traveling. So if you put a lot of spin, it was just going and going and going. So you want to make sure.
out to Never Never Land. Oh, April missed that 8 ball, giving Kennedy an opportunity to come back up to the table. Now, Kennedy, she can either go for this 8 ball, which is still a tricky shot. She can scratch off of it. But she can also play a safety here as well. So,
Well, yeah, Kennedy can opt to, if she's feeling good, like cut this in the top right corner here. And that'll be natural position to get down to the 9 ball here in the bottom rail. But she has to make a decision, whether to play safe, go for it, be 100% committed before you get down to execute your shots.
now she is on a shot clock. And she does have an extension.
So in this particular season, what has been your favorite tournament so far?
I have not attended all of them. I have been invited to a majority of the tournaments this year. Obviously, I've had to decline some of my invites, but my favorite so far, only because it was so close to my birthday, was Janet Atwell's tournament down in Bristol. That was a week before, about 10 days before my birthday, and I just had a lovely, lovely time.
Well, Janet completely renovated and built out a brand new room, so it was
a gorgeous room, and it was lovely, lovely. So that was a lot of fun.
And Kennedy has narrowed the gap here. She's fighting back.
And what has been your favorite?
Well, I mean, I really enjoyed that they came to New York City because WPBA hasn't been to New York City in many, many years. So it was nice to not be able to get on an airplane.
Right. You just hunker down and stay home. And
yeah, it's because I always have to get on a plane or take a road trip, and it's many, many hours of traveling. So that is very tough, I think, to kind of fade on day one and make sure you're focused and you're ready to play. So very challenging for people that live in the extreme sides of the U.S. if a lot of the tournaments are in the Midwest. I mean, I guess that's a compromise to be able to provide, equal distance for the East and West Coasters. But, I think it'll be advantage Midwesters.
Right.
Right.
Right. Well, for me, being from Northeast Ohio, having an opportunity to travel anywhere warm is a huge bonus for me. So, yeah. I enjoy the seasons, but I'm over winter.
And we have a lot of tournaments kind of in the north, so. But yeah, New York City was nice, and, people got to see Rack's Billiards. That's not my homeroom, but it's definitely very nice room. Holden Chin did a lot of renovation. It was over 20 diamond tables, so we got a chance to showcase many more matches in one round, just so that we could accommodate the room preference, because they do have a very active night crowd and league crowd. So we didn't want to,
impede too much on their
right. So it was a really nice compromise, and we got to see a lot of amateur players, and they got to watch us.
It also freed up your evenings to eat, sightsee, relax.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it was a lot of me being a tour guide to the ladies who was their first time in New York City. So I did a lot of driving, a lot of showing the city to people. So always a great thing for me to be showcasing New York City. Other places I like to visit, but New York City is my home.
That is awesome. Kennedy coming with a nice little shot there. Not sure if she really wanted that one ball to fall and drop after she pocketed that combo, but she still has a shot on the 2 ball.
Yeah, she can go, force follow and kind of go around a few rails to get position for this 3, or she can opt to go 1 rail and get back to the middle of the table. So a lot of options depending on what she's comfortable with and how she wants to play this.
Exactly. She'll play this what she's comfortable doing. So,
what would you do in this situation, Carrie?
Me, preferably, knowing where that 3 ball's sitting, looking at the rest of the table, I would come around high ball with this and come around table, probably shoot the 3 up into the top left corner.
I think I would just go 1 rail and get the cue ball like a punch.
Mm-hmm. Like so?
Like that. Just punch it out. Back to the middle of the table. Now she can shoot this in the bottom left corner here.
Come around.
Come around 1, 2 rails and get in line for the 6 ball in the top left corner.
And that's exactly what she's looking at. She has a nice pace around the table. They both do.
Well, Kennedy's looking very focused here. Unfortunately, she just bobbled that ball. I think she was trying to put a little pace on that, maybe caught one of the lip here, and then got a fortunate roll where this 3 ball's behind this 9.
I'm sure she's just trying to masse or she's going to jump for it.
Spin it off the rail. It's one of my favorite shots, spinning it off the rail. I like them fancy shots.
The spinsters.
But I'm realizing that, as I'm watching these top quality players, that they keep it simple. And maybe I'm playing too fancy.
Yeah. It's the KISS method. Keep it simple.
Yes, keep it simple. April's got to decide to cut it in the side or play safe. She's called for an extension, which she needs to really take a little bit more time to think about it because this is not ideal.
No, that cue ball just traveled a couple rolls further than what she would have liked to shoot that into the corner pocket.
Wow.
And how about that, ladies and gentlemen?
What a nice shot there. That was a tough cut into the top right corner there. And got shaped for the 7.
She played that beautifully.
This is what I really appreciated. In key moments, she can really bring it.
Hence the grinder.
That's right, the grinder.
She needs that to bump. There we go.
A little bit too much angle there, but I think she can slice it into the side pocket. Got to worry about the speed to get, a shape for this 9, but this 9 is in the middle of the table, so she has lots of options. Got a nice bump there.
Cue ball coming back out. All right, we're at 5-3. Check some of our other scores.
Yes, let's do that. Well, we don't see Kelly Fisher's match on the board anymore. It looks like it's done. Veronique Bernard is up 4-2 against Susan Williams. Jana Atwell up 5-1 against Kim Houseman. Allison Fisher, Duchess of Dune, up 6-3 on Emily Duddy. And then we have Monica Webb 3-2 against Lonnie Fox Raymond, otherwise known as the voice of the stream. And Wan Ling Wang 4-1 over Laura Smith.
Kennedy to break.
It was a compliant break.
It does look like she has a shot, like she can see this.
She can see this. I think she can cut this into the top right corner.
Which would still bring her natural shape for that 2-ball after it is pocketed.
Oh, playing containing safe. She's like, I'm not going to take risks. She's like, I'm not gambling. This is a professional tournament. Gotta make professional decisions.
Well, she had a better angle, and of course, being at the table, what angle she really had there on that 1 ball.
Yeah, so she accepted what the table gave her instead of trying to force something to happen.
Yes.
I mean, I think April wanted to hide the cue ball behind the 8 there, but this is fortunate where I don't think this 1 ball has a pocket, so she's got to play safe.
April really doesn't have a shot here either. She'll probably end up playing a save.
She might be able to cut this in.
Looks like she left Kennedy that 1 ball.
That was a very steep cut. I think everything's pretty wide open here. She's just got to make sure she navigates this little grouping here on this middle left side there.
Seeing the layout of it, though, seeing from the 1 to the 2 to the 3, very much runnable.
Yes.
You really don't have to move the cue ball too much around table for shape from 1 ball to the next to the next.
Yeah.
The 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Looks
They're
like
all
she
near
wants
each other.
Yeah, she wants to set up for this 3 ball to go to the side pocket on the right.
Mm-hmm. Little short shape on the 3. She played that really well.
She did. Very nice stroke there. Got the position and shape she wanted. Let's look at this other view. She has a slight angle here, so she's got to make sure, you know, she can either bump into this 4 ball.
It is natural angle for her if she's able to squeak by and not bump into the 4 ball. She would get, oh, looks like
she's like jacking up a little bit. Yeah, she just kept it simple. Just stunned it over a little bit. Now she's looking to see where she wants to land so she can pocket this 5 and get shape for this 6. We do like to meet our fans, so thank you for all your kind comments in the chat. There is a amateur event happening alongside this at the Dr. Pool production. So a lot of bar box tables in the next room and a lot of fans there, and got to meet several of the Wisconsin players.
Yes, a lot of fans here for the bar box event held. They had an 8-ball and a 10-ball event, and I believe there's a 3-man team event going to happen starting tomorrow, Saturday.
Wow.
So this is always a jam-packed weekend here up in Rothschild, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we also have some vendor booths here, including Jacoby Jacoby custom cues. We have our official apparel.
Big Family Custom Creations.
Yes. As well as the ICB training tool, which is a really cool projection system. You can project patterns and do drills and practice some of these key shots. That was a really nice stroke there all around the world from April Larson.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Kelly and Weiwei has their own they have their own booth there too, with a lot of different products you can purchase.
That is correct.
April Larson, keeping it simple, stunning it over.
Yes. Taking her time, staying down. There we go.
April Larson, 6-3 over Kennedy Meyman.
And again, this is a race to 8.
Hi, it's Chanel Rain, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
I'm Christina Tkach, the #1 in the world.
I
and
love
you're
her.
watching WPBA on YouTube.
Christina Tkach.
Yes, world champion Christina Tkach. Looks like we have a player break, so let's play some videos while this is happening.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.
Wanted to thank our event sponsors. We have Dr. Pool Promotions, Jacoby Custom Cues, City of Rothschild, Central Wisconsin Convention and Expo Center, Oldhausen Tables. We also have Iwan Simona's Cloth, On the Hill Billiards Club, Incredible Bank, NPA Midwest, Pool Players Association, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramith Billiard Balls, and the Arison Fisher Group. And mention again, Jacoby Custom Cues. So it looks like the players are back with April breaking. Thank you everyone for liking, sharing, and following this 9 p.m. match. It's the last match of the first day of the WPBA Dr. Pool / Jacoby Invitational.
And after tonight, play resumes tomorrow, Saturday morning at 10 a.m., correct?
Yes. Lots of great matches. Lots of great players.
5 rounds tomorrow, you said? 5 rounds?
Yes, 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Another jam-packed day.
And in the booth is Ada Leo and Carrie Anderson if you're joining us late in this match.
And welcome, everyone.
And you're watching April Larson up 6-3 against Kennedy Meyman. This is a B-side match, and unfortunately the loser of this match exits the tournament, while the winner of this match continues on tomorrow. Please like, share, and follow this stream so we can continue to provide free streams for you. And if you want to donate, there is a $ icon next to your YouTube chat, or you can go to the WPBA.com website and make a donation there.
What a shot by April.
What a shot. Watch out. Just enough spin there.
Now, looking at the table, it looks like she can float after she makes this 3-ball float forward, pocketing that 4-ball into the side.
Yes, I think that's the simplest option here, rather than to try to go like multiple rails and get that pink 4 in the top
she's
right.
She's pretty straight in.
She is.
She would really have to do something silly with that.
She kept it simple. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it simple. Jim, you thanked us for the stream. We thank you for watching.
Yes, and we love meeting the fans. So
yes, we love to meet the fans
in person one of these days. It's quite an experience to watch the ladies in person and meet us. So look like April's like making very natural position choices. Not doing too much, not forcing anything.
Yeah, she has read the table very well.
She took an extra lap around the table to make sure she's settled and committed to her decision. I like her demeanor at the table.
Mm-hmm.
She really let her stroke out in that one.
Yeah. She didn't really need to come that hard. She could have played that a little softer and shot the 6-ball into the top right.
Mm-hmm. I think she was just feeling it. You know, sometimes you just have to feel the shot.
Sometimes you just want to let that stroke out.
Yes.
And thank you, Karen, for your donation. We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
So amazing to see the fans supporting us. So thank you again. Again, keeping it simple.
Yeah, looks like April, after pocketing it, will be the first one to make it
to the hill.
To the hill.
She hit that decisively into the pocket, too.
With authority.
Yes. April Larson on the hill, 7-3 in a race to 8. Kennedy Meyman up to break. Again, just reminding people we have ball sets available. If you want to go to WPBA.com/store, you can get a lightly used set for $370.
I'd like to see Kennedy go ahead and break and run. I'd like to see this turned into a hill game.
Yes. I always love a good hill game. That was a dry break, though.
Which lends April back up to the table.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell if April's going to go inside or in the corner.
Yeah,
she has options.
Looked like she just sized that up to go ahead and pocket that one ball into the side pocket. Off the top rail with the cue ball and back out for the... Well, it's what she attempted to do, but did not succeed in pocketing that one ball and has now left Kennedy a shot on the one into the side pocket in a possible run-out rack. Connect the dots here.
Yes, connect the dots. Formulate your roadmap and connect the dots.
She is very, very capable of doing so.
Yes, Kennedy has really come up in her game. I first played Kennedy when she first came on tour, and her game has really come along. So, really happy to see, the progress she's made. It's all about progress, not perfection here, and just incrementally getting better. You as well. You just started on the tour
a year ago.
Wow, that's amazing. What was your first event?
My first event was this event a year ago.
So you're celebrating a WPBA anniversary.
I am. I'm just a little jealous of Kennedy's height. I just want, spare a couple inches my way.
Yeah, but imagine, I don't know, being that tall, the table is so low. It's like you have to really bend over, and I don't know if that aggravates anything in people's backs.
I just want a couple inches. I'm only 5'3". I'll settle for, 5'5", and, she'd still be tall.
Yes. So I first came on tour in 2018. My first event was in Louisiana at Emerald Billiards in New Iberia. So I realized that New Iberia, Louisiana is the home of the macaroni hot sauce that you see everywhere.
No kidding.
So I had to go there and go through their museum and learn about how they made hot sauces. I'm such a foodie. I want to make sure that, I explore wherever we go. Unfortunately, Wisconsin is very cold right now, so not
I don't want to go anywhere.
conducive for exploring.
Well, Kennedy played a nice little safety here. Who are you sponsored by, Ada?
I'm sponsored by Play Hoboken, which is where I'm the house pro and I teach beginners in Hoboken, New Jersey. And then I have Jacoby Custom Hues, and I play with their black carbon fiber shaft, version number 4, which I love. Although I'm contemplating getting a smaller diameter, play with their 12.3 diameter shaft. But I did get a chance to play Hayball this year, and I think a smaller diameter, maybe 11.8, would be more ideal for that format. Because those pockets are so tiny, and you need to be so precise with your
What a
hit.
shot April just came with.
What a shot. She's not afraid of her stroke. She just...
Gotta trust it, and that she does.
Trust the stroke.
April Larson with a Fargo of 663, and it shows. Kennedy, she's strong also with a Fargo of 566. Now, it looks to me like this 4 goes past that 9.
Yes. She just decided to punch it over.
Oh, unfortunate over top that 8 ball there.
She did not want to get that close to the 8 ball.
Now, see, this is where I feel like being tall has its advantages.
Well, people do have an extension they can add to their cue to make it longer. That's so helpful, when you're not that tall, to be able to have those options now. Remember when I first started, I'm like, what's an extension? When I can't put it on my cue. Pool cues have come a long way.
Yes.
So that's what she's getting now is her extension so that she has that extra length to work with in her cue.
She has to be careful not to touch that 8-ball.
Did she get enough spin to go around? I think she under-rotated that a little bit.
Yes.
Just need a little bit more.
Another ball and a half roll
Yes.
rotation. She would at least see it.
Now she's got to kick off this top rail. Well, she left Kennedy a difficult shot here. Let's see how Kennedy likes this cut.
Well, Kennedy has a couple options. She can cut it, she could bank it, and she can play safe.
Yes.
So let's see what there's your option. So let's see what she decides to do.
I think she's going to play the safe option because April's on the hill right now.
Mm-hmm.
She can't afford to do something that's low percentage.
Play the odds, yes.
Right. She might have to take her extension. I don't think she's taken her extension in this rack yet.
You are right.
You don't see off to the sidelines we have our timekeeper, Bob Raymond. He does an extremely good job of timing the ladies. He has notes and can tell you when these ladies took their extension and what rack.
Kennedy went ahead and attempted a safety here. Now, it looks like that 7-ball is cuttable and makeable.
Yeah, I think it's cuttable.
April's looking at it as if she's going to go ahead and
she can
take a
also
swing at this.
She might be able to bank it too. Depends on how she feels. Or play safe. Well, that was a good two-way because she left Kennedy not easy. Kennedy's got to kick at this. Although she put her hand up, I don't think she was intending for this lucky roll to happen.
Well, I think she knew it was going to be a 2-save. I think she didn't intend for it to freeze up onto that 9-ball the way it just did.
Mm-hmm. Now, how would you kick this?
Just as she's lining it up as so. I'd be coming one rail at this.
I mean, she can opt to go in the other direction too, but that requires a little bit more pace. Oh, she had a nice hit there, but did not resave April.
Yes, good hit, just unfortunate leave and roll after that, and is giving April the opportunity to clean off these 3 balls.
Yes, and close out this match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she hit that very strong.
Mm-hmm. And got beautiful shape on this 8-ball.
Trusting the stroke.
Yes.
Now she just has to follow that and set up for the 9 in the bottom right corner.
Nice little touch.
That was so delicate.
It's very soft. It almost didn't make it.
Luckily, this is a fast table, right?
Mm-hmm. It is nice that both of these ladies are friends off the table. So many friendships are formed in the WPBA. Long-time, lifetime friendships.
And there you have it, folks. April Larson emerging victorious, 8-3 over Kennedy Meyman. We thank you so much for following and liking and sharing this stream and supporting the WPBA. This is Ada Leo, and thank you so much, Carrie Anderson, for joining us.
Thank you very much, and be sure to tune in tomorrow to the WPBA. April Larson will be back to play. Thank you again, Ada. You've been a treat for me to enjoy the commentary booth with. And thank you all for tuning in to the WPBA and watching and sweating this match with us.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Good night.